Welcome mates, I'm BloodThirstyLord by you can call me Lordy, and today we're back on Gotham Knights with the latest patch. A new update to Gotham Knights has arrived. And in this update we have a couple of fixes, alongside some announcements about future updates and the future of Gotham Knights. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also the bell notification button with all notifications on to keep up to date, and also press that join button to become a member on the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So there's a Twitter thread by Gotham Knights, the official account, highlighting what has happened in the last couple of hours for a potential update that happened on PC that is out right now, alongside some console updates as well. And they had to say this: calling all Knights, thank you for the community for your continued support on Gotham Knights. It's amazing to see the game live and in your hands. As we begin to roll out patches, we'd like to outline what to expect in the coming weeks, as well to clarify some things as well. This is part 1 out of 7, so we'll go through everything, highlight it all, and see what I have to break down. Firstly, for our PC players, the latest patch is now live, and you can read the full patch notes here, so we'll highlight that as well and go through a breakdown right now. So the PC patch notes include the latest update in Gotham Knights are, in the general fixes, invincible enemies playing a meditating animation will no longer appear in crimes. And this has happened a couple times in our matches, and it's kind of hilarious. When you just see in a certain area, one of the freaks will go into this meditating pose, or one of the mob members will go into meditating pose after making them fear, but also when you actually kill them, they go into that pose immediately after. It's kind of funny, and we'll also showcase what those clips are on the channel very soon as well. And the next patch fix is various UI issue fixes. Just fixes some of the UI issues that happen in the game, fixed issues caused by the graphical settings not being applied properly, various location fixes, fix various keyboard mouse specific input issues, or just input lag that happened, or just buttons not being pressed properly and they end up being different buttons. I don't know, that's been fixed. I haven't experienced that, so that's all been fixed for the general changes. And the co-op side of things, fixed an issue that was preventing being able to join friends through invites. This happened so often in our live stream, I think we crashed like 10 times when this issue was present, and it seems like Gotham Knights and the developers have actually targeted this and actually fixed the situation of this issue. And then we move on to stability. Various crashes throughout the title, most notably during the Star Labs, Free the Scientist fight, and the Harley Quinn hospital boss fight. That has been addressed. Fixed a AMD specific crash related to shadows, that's been fixed as well. And there's also some known issues which they've highlighted on the screen as well. And then go back to the Twitter thread by Gotham Knights. This patch is meant to address general fixes such as players experiencing keyboard input issues, co-op matchmaking via invites, and stability as it relates to game crashes throughout the title. For our console players, the next patch is planned for the end of the week, with more specific information coming soon. Similar to PC, this patch will address a mix of needed fixes that have popped up since launch. We are aware that players on both PC and console have been experiencing performance challenges. The team is hard at work on a larger patch to improve performance overall and give you the best possible experience for console users, aiming to address challenges with frame rate stability. Please continue reporting any bugs at the link, and thank you for your passion towards Gotham Knights. That's the end of the Twitter thread. That pretty much highlights what we're going to get for the current patch for PC, and also potential PlayStation patches or console patches overall. Also, these patches are leading to a good direction, so hopefully that keeps increasing the stability, the performance, and also less crashes occurring on PC, but overall better frame data and frame rates on the PlayStation and the console support for the Gotham Knights game. That'll be kind of intriguing if they keep leading that direction, alongside having further updates leading to the new big update being Heroic Assault. Because they mentioned a big update, obviously they're talking about just the stability, and I'm wondering if that aligns with Heroic Assault and they end up releasing the same exact time, or they do it separately. And maybe have a supporting patch 1 or 2 weeks before and see how it feels. If it works out perfectly and the data is going right and everything's going positive, less crashes, less problems occurring in Gotham Knights, that's obviously a good sign. And then from there, 2 weeks or 1, they'll release Heroic Assault, being the new game mode that comes into Gotham Knights, allowing for 4 players to play in an area and defeat some enemy. I believe that's the case. I believe that's the goal. People are saying it's like Avengers Hive mode, but I haven't played that game mode, so I wouldn't know exactly what it has to offer. But it seems like you'll be completing a mission or something, and at the end, completed, and you get your benefits. It's not like you're in the open world experience with untethered aspects, with 2-player co-op like you have now in Gotham Knights. That isn't the case. There'll be 4 players situated in one place in order to get those missions done. And this is maybe a good point to ask, what do you mates think about this patch? But also alongside that, what do you want to see added on to the game? Do you want to see more content being added on? A form of DLC and expansion? What type of crimes do you want to see? If they add new different side crimes in the game, alongside new factions, a new boss. There's many possibilities that this game can go into. We'll maybe go into further detail addressing this in a single video, but I feel like this game has a foundation set where you can just implement other segments of new expansions, new DLCs, new stories, new bosses, whatever it can be, into the gameplay experience of Gotham Knights, and also introduce new knights that you can play as well, which has me eager for the future of this game. That is why I think Gotham Knights right now is obviously building up that future state in order to have a potential outcome that can meet our demands. But also, I'd love to know what your opinions and thoughts are in the comment section down below. What do you want to see in Gotham Knights and in Gotham Knights' future? Alongside that, some of these issues that were in the game I did experience, but I haven't had many other issues than that, being optimization. Optimization has been the biggest issue, and maybe even sense of balancing through the aspect of the game mode difficulty or the game's difficulty. It gets kind of intriguing because instead of scaling up enemies, they scale up health bars. So something that would be, say, a low level enemy ends up being a really hard enemy to kill in the hard game mode. I get that property, but it just ends up being a lot of meat bags and you hitting that meat bag in order to actually kill that opponent, and it just takes a lot of time and it doesn't feel as fun or enjoyable. When I feel like a situation that could fix this is instead of having the difficulty increase just the HP, but just maybe increase just by a bit, but have more enemies available. So be versing multiple enemies at once in certain situations, because there's times when I want to test out an ability and utilize it, or have my armor go down to a certain point so my conditional state can activate so I get momentum bars out of it. That doesn't occur because there isn't enough enemies targeting at the same time when I'm trying to fight them currently in Gotham Knights, especially if I go to any crimes that in the open world experience being like a very high crime while having the game mode being set to hard. It still doesn't allow me to actually achieve the outcome of being able to test my full kit to its full capabilities when the game has this weird situation when there isn't enough enemies on the field when you're fighting them. So obviously the new game mode Heroic Assault could fulfill that aspects of the game and create like a horde-like experience. If so, then it's achieved. If not, I would like to see addressing or some type of change here when it comes down to the actual difficulty of your game. If you place on hard, you have more enemies, but they have a bit more extra health compared to medium. And then from there, it scales down or scales higher. Whatever they want to do, they can do what they must. For the other difficulties being from very easy to medium to hard. But I personally think if you have numerous enemies in one area and they don't have sponge qualities or sponge benefits towards them, then it becomes quite fun. It becomes intriguing to use your momentum abilities, combo with your combo attacks, and then from there see what the flashiness of the game has to offer, because some of the characters at endgame are kind of nuts, and being able to explore that to its full potential is an enjoyable experience for any player. This happens in any other game like Elden Ring or other games that fall into this action RPG or like more of a solo campaign RPG, because that's what I'm doing right now. Majority of the time I do play solo and help with mates in co-op as well, which I've done on our live streams. Check them out. We have live streams pretty much every day on Gotham Knights, and any other game that we find interesting on the channel will be streaming very soon right after this video, I think half an hour after, so make sure to keep an eye out for that because it'll be quite fun. But I do think if they address the balancing issues of the game, being the scaling of HP bars on the hard difficulty, but actually changing that to numerous enemies instead, and then that will make it much more enjoyable to play Gotham Knights, to reach that point of the game and just test things and see how great builds can be on each character at endgame content before the next game mode does come out, or during the next game mode as well, and test it there as well, because I feel like that game mode is going to be a lot of fun. But mates, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know, what do you think about this patch? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Would you want to see the future of Gotham Knights, and shall we still cover this game on the channel? Tell us in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. As always mates, it is a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye. Road to 200k subscribers. Let's get it mates.